Hi everyone, my name is Jamie. This is Messy Seams Stitchery. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you find something that you like. This is Flosstube number 27, and Flosstube is just my little stitching corner of the internet where I share all my cross stitch. Sometimes I share quilting. I have shared some crochet before, but today it's just cross stitch. So I have a big finish to show you guys. I'm really excited about. And then I have a new start and then some whips. I'm also going to talk about my survivor stitching game that is going on right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so first up I have a Quirky Quaker wall hanging. So this is, the Quirky Quakers are from Darlene Whimsy Designs. And you can find them on her Etsy. You can find them on 123 Stitch, and that's where I got mine. And I chose 5 Halloween ones, and I paired it with some coordinating cotton fabric that I had in my stash, and made a little wall hanging. So I'll go through each one individually. So this first one is Quirky Quaker Ghost. I used a 14 count white Aida that I dyed purple myself, DMC 310, and then DMC Blanc white to make the ghost. And then I have a little patchwork skull that I fussy cut. And then this is Quirky Quaker Witch's Hat. I used a 28 count Nocturne, I believe it is, by I think Picture This Plus. And I used just stuff I had, some DMC that I had in my stash. This middle one here is Quirky Quaker the Bat. And for that one I used DMC 3799. And I believe I used the Picture This Plus Oracle, maybe? Or maybe this one's Oracle. One of them is Oracle, I know that. And then I got patchwork on both sides. For the pumpkin, I used smoky white Belfast linen, 28 count, with DMC 310, 729 maybe? Whatever the 700 orange is, that gives it like that like jack-o'-lantern color. I used that. Little patchwork cat. And then this is Quirky Quaker Skeleton. And for this one I used 14 count black Aida. And then I used Classic Colorworks baking tin. And then I used DMC white, I believe, as well, Blanc. And that's how it turned out. I think it's so cute. I'm gonna go a little. I love it, I love it, I love it. So what I did was I stitched each one of them, and then I went ahead and cut them to 5 inches, made sure that they were really centered. And then I cut these 5 inches as well, make sure that I fussy cut that properly. And then I sewed them together in patch of 3, so I made a 9 patch. And then I added this border on, and then the binding. This is what the back looks like. And then I have my tag. I got this tag off of Etsy. If I can find the shop, I will link it down below. But this was so much fun to do. I had a blast doing this. I started this actually my last Flosstube. I was supposed to show this one, and this one, and I completely forgot. And I think it was fine because I wanted to show it all completed first. And I love how it looks. Absolutely love it. This is hanging up on my wall. This might stay up all year round. I might put it in my craft room once Halloween season's done. But now I really want to make a Christmas one. And I think she has she has like sea creatures ones. I want to make one of those. I want to do like all of them. Bindi Stitchy, Michelle G, she stitches all of these all the time, and they are so fast to stitch up. I think her fastest one took about 2 hours. Mine probably took, this one was my fastest one, and it probably took me about 3 hours because I kept stopping a lot, maybe 4 hours. But it was so easy to do. These are so much fun. I cannot recommend these enough. And it just gives us such a cute finish. All right, so that is my Quirky Quaker wall hanging. So that was my only finish FFO, my 5 finishes, I should say, in FFO. And then I have a new start. So every Friday in the month of October, I am doing a new Halloween start. And this past Friday, what day was that? The 3rd, maybe? I started the Spooky Autumn Smalls by the Blue Flower. I started the moth right here. And this is where I am on it. Don't mind the hanging thread. This is stitched on a the called four, which is a 40 count pistachio linen by Fiber on a Whim, and I am using one thread, all DMC, one thread over 2 linen threads. And let me tell you, this is hard. 40 count's not for me. So if those who don't know, like my family who watches my videos, 40 count means 40 holes per inch. So per inch there are 40 holes, and it's just really hard. This is my first piece that I've gotten this far on 40 count. My other piece that I have on 40 count, the holes don't seem this small. So I think the dyeing process got it a little shrinkage here. Which is fine. They're all gonna look so good once they're done. I'm just having a tough time right now. I have to keep starting and stopping because it hurts my head. I have to use a headlamp, actually a headlight, to stitch this on so that way I can see the holes. And I don't like to use the magnifying glass on 40 count because it hurts my head way too much. So I just suffer through. Honestly, I just suffer through. It is what it is. But this will look so good once it's done. I do plan on doing all of them. I think this is the only one I plan on doing this year. And then the others will get done at a later time. Just because I need some practice with 40 count. And I did buy the chenille in Mingo and Creamsicle as well. Sorry for the glare. By Lady Dot Creates, and that is the trim that's on the smalls as well. So these will look, again, really good once it's done. Just having a hard time right now. Just gotta power through, but I can do it. I can do it. My sweet spot is 32 count. I really like 32 count. That's like my go-to. I'm dabbling into 36 count. I have 2 projects that are on 36 count, and I'm getting really good progress on them. Like, don't get me wrong. And it's just a little, one of them harder. Let me finish that sentence. One of them, they're just a little harder, and they are, one of them is a tighter weave than the other. So it's just, oh well. But I have those to show today as well. So you'll see those on the 36 count. Up next, I have my Mario Star World by Funky Monkey that I found on a blog. Sorry, I'm going into my whips now. These are my whips. That was my only new start. I'm going to my whips. This is a hot mess video. I am sorry. So my whip is Mario Star Road. This is what it looks like. And here I am. So last time I showed this was about 2 weeks ago, and I was at about 28% maybe, and now I'm at 30.70%. So I am over a fourth of the way there. And last time I had pretty much all of this kind of pretty much all of this. What I did since then was I filled in this star, worked my way down this way, did the outline here for this yellow, and then marked it off right there for that outline too. So let's get a closer look here. It's coming along. I stitch on this every day when I am picking up my daughter from school. And I probably get about maybe a little over 100 stitches because it's just fill-in. So it's pretty easy to do in the 25 minutes that I'm there waiting for her to get out of school. And it's coming along. I'm so excited for this one. I try to average about 500 stitches a week on it. And that's about where I'm getting right now. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that is Mario Star Road. My cat is going crazy. She might jump over here on this desk next to me. So if she does, I will pause the video and move her, but let's just keep going for right now. All right, next up I have my full moon stitch. This is like a moth to flame by Sprouting Lupine. This is what it looks like. And then this is where I am. That was my cat. So I added about 303 stitches on Monday during the full moon for October. So what I did here was I went ahead and finished up this motif right here. I did over here and then up this way. So I got a good amount done. My goal is to get about 300 stitches every full moon. Doing good so far, knock on wood. And hopefully I can get this done here within the next few months. I am at, let's see, this is at 37.84%. So I still have a ways to go. But all's pretty much good. All right, my project back dropped, so I'm just gonna put that right there. And then my last, not my last whip, but I don't know why I said that. My next whip is B-Movie Scream Queen by the Witchy Stitcher. This is what it looks like. And here I am. So since you last saw it, I added the V-I-E in movie, and then the C-R and the M in Scream. I work on this whenever I watch scary movies. I worked on this yesterday. I watched the new Conjuring movie. And this is stitched on a... I forgot I didn't do the last thing on what it was stitched on. I'll go back to that. This is stitched on a 14 count... maybe white Aida that I dyed myself, red and black. And if you want more details on how I did it, you can just go into my last video. I can link that down below if you need to. But yeah, this is where it looks like so far. I'm getting some good progress on it. Believe it or not, that was about almost 300 stitches that I did. So it's getting good progress. I forgot to say that my Like a Moth to Flame is stitched on a 32 count Murky by Picture This Plus. There we go. So that is B-Movie Scream Queen. My next whip is my Round Robin that I am doing with Jen from Jen's Fiberweb. Beck Stitches Everything. And Jill from Stitch and Books. This is Jill's piece. And this is a mystery color 32 count linen by Crazy Hamster, and I'm using the called for DMC. This is what it looks like. Let me tell you what the name of the pattern is. This is a Peachy Keen. And here's where I am. I'm not far. I know Jill and Jen are already done with theirs. Life is lifing, and this kind of fell to the wayside a little bit. I'm a mood stitcher, if anything, so I have to be in the mood to stitch on something. And yeah, so that's just kind of where that is right now. I love this piece though. Don't get me wrong. I love the round robin. I love the girls, but it's just a little touch and go right now. So I did about 300 stitches on this. And so I worked down from here down and then this little green right there. I love it. It's so pretty. It's a lot of color changes, but that's a Carolyn Manning piece for you. So it's going good. It's going good. My goal is to stitch on this about 600, maybe 900 stitches every week. I got 300 in yesterday, and my goal is to get another 300. Today is Wednesday as I'm filming this, hopefully today, and then Friday as well. So I'm kind of going every other day to kind of give myself a little break in between. So that way, hopefully by the end of October, I can be about done with this, because each quadrant section is about 2,000 stitches. And this is what well, I have this in a hoop, but this is what the rest of it looks like. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. But that's what it looks like so far. All right. And then I have 3 more whips to show, but that's part of my survivor stitching game. So I'm going to talk about my survivor stitching game right now. So survivor stitching, I detailed it on my last video. I'll link that down below, and I will link the video for the survivor stitching down below. So my survivor stitching was a lot these past 2 weeks since the show has started. I have done about, let's see, I have my notes here. About 1,800 stitches on 3 projects altogether. And this is my first one that I'm going to show. This is Fractor Flowers by Kathy Barrick. Let me get out the photo. So this tribe that this is assigned to got 300 stitches in the past 2 weeks. I'm not going to give spoilers or anything on what tribe it is, like blue, like, or anything like that. But so this got 300 stitches past 2 weeks. This is where I am. So last time you saw it, I had all of this done. I had page 1 finish. And then I am starting on the next page, which is this motif here, this leaf here, and then this flower here. So that's what I did within the last 2 weeks on Fractor Flowers. This is stitched on a 32 count, I believe, cream and sugar. Yeah, casual cream and sugar. And it's coming along really good. I am so excited that this is getting more stitching, actually. Moonshine Stitchery is way far in hers, Phoebe, and it's just, hers is so lovely. Every time she shows it, I get so inspired to pull mine out, and then I'm like, I have some other things going on, so sometimes I don't always get to it when I want to pull it out. But now that this is getting like every week stitching, I am so excited to get this done. All right, my next survivor tribe is, this is a medium Verlande sampler by Modern Folk Embroidery. I will put a before photo on this. So this is what the pattern looks like. This is where I was last time you saw it. This got 1,100 stitches since the last time you saw it. And it's sitting at 17.19%. And here I am. I love this. This got so much stitching. It came along, it's coming along so good. I got pretty much the whole top half of that first vase done. And I love this. I'm stitching this on a 36 count ledger by Be Stitch Me. And Megan, the Seattle Stitcher, just showed this fabric in her video, but it has like some cool undertones. It's blue, kind of like a golden color. Really, really pretty. I think it goes really well with this blue. This variegation thread is Roxy Flossco. Cosmos is a discontinued color as of now. I got 6 skeins of it before it got discontinued. And luckily I only need 6 skeins for this project. So that's where I am on that. It's so cute. I am loving it. I'm stitching this with 1 strand over 2 linen threads. This one is the 36 count I was just talking about. This one is not touch and go. I do get a little frustrated sometimes with this one because it is only 1 strand, and I get a lot of knots in my strand because I just have my thread too long. I need to really like cut it in half and do everything like that, but I'm still learning for 1 strand stitching. I also don't know how to do the loop method for 1 strand. I've tried, I can't figure it out. So I know there are tons of videos out there who, you know, show how to do it. Your girl can't do it. Your girl also can't do French knots. I cannot do French knots to save my life. All right. And then my last whip here is my other tribe for my survivor stitching. This is Jane Hopkins, 1875. And this is what it looks like by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. And then this stitch got 350 stitches, and here I am. So since the last time you saw this, I did, let's see here, I completed this flower right here, which is a kind of a mess up. I'll talk about that in a minute. I worked some of this green up here, up this way, and then I did some of this over here. So that's where I am on that. This is on a 36 count linen that I don't know. I think it's a Belfast something. And this is coming along really good, and I really like it. This is a lot of fun to do. I'm also really glad that this is getting a lot of stitching into. I don't know what percent I'm at on this because it's a paper pattern, but I would say I'm only a few percent in because it's a large girl. It's a BAP, big ass project. All right. So yeah, so that was my last tribe for my Survivor stitching game. And Survivor comes on again tonight. Like I said, I'm filming this on Wednesday. It comes on again tonight. And I give myself about 3 or 4 days for my Survivor stitching. I actually was supposed to do 1,400 stitches altogether on my 3 pieces. But at about 1,200 stitches, I was just restless and I was done. So, excuse me, I just called it there. And I'm very happy with my progress. I'm kind of doing it, I'm doing as many stitches as I possibly can, if not the full stitching. And then I'm going to, like I did this week, if I get restless and just don't want to do it anymore, I'm just giving myself some grace with it. Because this is supposed to be a fun game, and I love Survivor, and I don't want to hate my favorite comfort show, basically. So that was all of my projects. I am going to talk about plans. So if you just came for the cross stitch, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. My plans are for the month of October. Like I said, I'm starting a new project every Friday. That's like a spooky, like Halloween theme. So this Friday, the 10th, I think I'm going to start a Lindsay Swearingen pattern from that's Tuscan Cardinal on Instagram, from one of her books, either Magical Cross Stitch or Creepy Cross Stitch. I have both of them, and I don't know which one I quite want to do yet. There's one in both I want to do. There's a they're both spiders actually. One's a crystal ball spider, and if I could find it, I'll put it here. But it's a crystal ball with a spider in it. And then another one is just a really small spider with a like skull on it. I really want to do those two. Probably do the smaller one first because I can probably get that one done within a few days and have a nice finish for it. And then I have a birthday start I'm going to do that I talked about in my last video. It's Mushroom Witch by the Stitchy Crypt. I showed the fabric and the floss in the last video. If you want to go check that out, Flosstube 26. And that's, I start that on the 14th. So this upcoming Tuesday is my 30th birthday. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to turn 30, actually. 29 was a shit show. So 30 has to be better, right? It's the beginning of a new era. Taylor Swift just released her new album. It's the start of her new era, start of my new era. I'm really excited. By the way, Life of a Showgirl is great. I love it. My favorite song is Opalite, and of course Wood. I love that song. But yeah, so that are those I don't know how to talk. Those are my plans, and those are my whips. Those are my projects, and yeah, I think that's about it today. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If you made it this far in the video, leave me a Halloween emoji, any Halloween emoji that you want. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in, and bye.